maze. It's layers to the truth, walking through a maze. It's layers to the truth, walking through a maze. Man, hit the reset, hit reboot, then we wake. Take a step back, look what you did, then you make proper decisions or proper etiquette. Move a love like Rio Etchison. When it's go time, how the body vernacular on a ghost ride. Abu Dhabi vehiculars, man.
Yo. Shadow Urimeshi, we back. Shadow Talk Podcast. Tough! Get your spirit guns loaded, man. I got my brother Lando Armstrong.
What's good?
To the Shadow Realm, bro. How you feeling?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good, man. I'm blessed.
Man,
I'm
good
blessed.
to see you, bro. Just seen you touch down from Rap Function Extravaganza. Killed the stage. How you feel about that performance, man?
Man, I feel like that was my best performance, like, ever. I feel like I was feeling it. That's when I was feeling it the most. The crowd was there. The venue was right. Everything was right. Everything just felt so perfect, bro. And not even just me. Like, everybody who hit that stage that night, that was a show. That was a show.
Yeah, we was definitely vibing. Bottle service, extravaganza. I mean, show was going crazy. So I was really enjoying it. I really enjoyed your performance. That you and HD going back and forth on that joint was crazy. Me and you going back and forth on Moving On. We finally performed Moving On.
For the first time.
And that's my highest played record off my new album, TLOL. So, you know what I mean?
Hey, man, blessings. I'm telling you, we blessed. We blessed, bro.
And me and bro, we definitely got way more in the tuck. We got way more coming up. Like, I'm definitely gonna be working with my brother a lot more. Like, this is gonna be real special. You know what I mean? But no, man, let's get into it, man. My audience, we would really love to know more about you. So we'd love to know a little bit about your story, what got you into hip hop, and just kind of like a little backstory on yourself.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm from Mobile. Like, I'm from Mobile. It's like I probably started listening to music. I've been listening to music my whole life. Like my stepdad was like avid. He listened to music. Period. Every kind, rap, rock and roll. So I grew up really listening to like Jimi Hendrix, Santana, stuff like that. And so like I used to live in this neighborhood, and we used to live next to a record store.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to say, I remember like the first CDs I bought was like, I bought Akon. It was an Akon Convicted. It was the USDA joint, the Young G's in them, and it was late registration. Late registration.
Y'all see, we got College Dropout right up there.
Yeah.
You already know.
So I just started listening to that, listening to Ludacris, just listening to a lot of different people, like people that. These people like inspire me. This is my introduction to this to the whole music world.
Mm-hmm.
So I started rapping like.
How old was that?
I started rapping probably when I discovered the music.
Yeah.
I want to say like 7.
Oh, early.
8. I don't know, man. I ain't good. I don't remember the years. It might have been College Dropout. I don't know. I just remember it was a Kanye.
Yeah.
It was Kanye. It was whatever had Jesus Walks on it.
Yeah. That's
Whichever one had Jesus Walks on it.
I believe that's College Dropout. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Probably, I don't know, like 7, 8. Probably younger than that. Mm-hmm. But I'm listening to it, and I just started rapping like probably when I was like 14. I started making beats. I started making beats.
Never knew this.
Hey, bro, look, ain't nobody like my beats.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody play my beats. Ain't nobody.
What they sounded like? What type of beats you talking about?
They were samples.
Okay.
I was into sampling, so people.
What sampling? Like
the shit Jimi Hendrix, Santana.
Say, like rock music and stuff like
yeah.
That's probably what threw them off.
I don't know. I was sampling stuff like Erykah Badu and stuff too, but people just like felt like it was old. Like, oh, you making 90s type shit. Like.
What did you think? Was it more experimental for you?
I felt like I was making 90s type shit.
Okay.
So I'm like, these niggas ain't want to rap on no 90s. These niggas don't want to rap on no Biggie type beats, man. Like, they don't want to rap on no Tupac type beat. Rap. For real.
Yeah, you really gotta spit. Ain't no beating around the bush.
And it just ain't as catchy these days. It's like, it's music go a certain tempo itself.
Man, Biggie was catching flows unlike anybody in hip hop.
Facts.
Biggie was catching cadences and
Facts.
deliveries that I mean, so he proved like you can have an iconic delivery and catch certain flows and pockets without necessarily being the most melodic type of rapper that we have so much of nowadays.
I feel like that's what I try to do with my music.
Right.
Like I just try to make it catchy. I want you to listen to it. I want it to catch your ear. First of all, and then I want you to listen to it.
Yeah.
It's like, but first I want you to hear it and like it. Just hear it and like it. Like, cause most people don't. You hear shit, but you ain't listening.
Yeah.
So it's like, like what E40 say. I ain't talking too fast. You just listening too slow. You feel me?
Talk. Yeah.
So I just wanted to be catchy first, and then you after that you can listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
And you gonna like them.
So do you remember what one of your first raps was?
I had stole my brother rap. Cause my brother was the GOAT. If my brother rapped today, he'll be the GOAT. It was like elementary school. This shit don't count. But
Yeah.
I stole one of his raps, and I told everybody it was mine, and it was hard.
Oh wow.
But I don't remember the rap. Though.
Oh wow. So this was like 14?
That was not hell no. I was like probably like 8, bro. Same age. Like
Your brother,
I just took it rap. I'm like, fuck that.
Excusable. That's
You feel me? I'm like 8. You know, he didn't want to rap no more, so I was like, I'm finna use all your raps. He stopped rapping, so I was like, hey, I'm finna use that shit.
I'm assuming like reading his raps, reciting them, doing them. It must have taught you a lot early on too.
I ain't never thought about it like that, but maybe.
Yeah, because
Maybe.
then by the time you got to the point where you started writing, you probably already had a reference point subconsciously.
Yeah. See, I feel like when I was in elementary school and middle school, I always used to like you remember how I used to have to write essays and open-ended questions and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I always like that's my shit. You remember this shit? You remember you remember your grades used to be like 4s and 5s and shit. You remember that shit like in your literature class? You're like, well, if you write some shit, it got to be a 4 or 5.
Right.
My shit was always 4s and 5s. So I felt like I always knew how to write.
Paint game always been crazy.
I always knew how to write. I just didn't know how to rap. And so once I learned how to rap, once I learned that rapping was writing,
Yeah.
because at first I was just thought you just go on the mic and say some shit.
Yeah.
And so once I started just writing myself, and then it became raps. Because at first I was making beats. But I used to still write. I used to write poetry. I used to write stories.
Yeah.
I used to write like books by the chapters and shit. Like I used to just type that shit up, write that shit up.
Wow.
So I feel like that's where it come from. I feel like I just realized like, oh, when you rapping, you gotta really tell a story. Like I'm good at that shit already. So it shouldn't be too hard to rap. And that's how I figured out. That's how I figured out how to rap.
So as far as the stories go, like, because when I hear your music, a lot of it feels genuine and it just feels good. Like the energy feels real. From a lot of it, is it like personal experiences and also what you're seeing around you?
That's exactly what it is.
Right.
It's like most of it, they say a wise man learn from other people's mistakes. So most of it is like the shit most of it is shit I see. Most of the shit is shit I seen growing up. Like shit, my surroundings, my. Because when you're young, wherever you grow up, when you're young, you think that's normal.
Yeah.
Like because that's just what you know. That's all you ever knew. You have no reference points as a 7-year-old, as a 6-year-old.
Right.
You don't know what's normal and what's not. You just know that whatever around you, that's what's going on.
Right.
So like I grew up in some fucked up shit, but I ain't think it was too bad. We grew up in the projects. My mom moved from house to house all over this motherfucker. Like we was from ghetto to ghetto. So it's like I ain't think nothing. It was fun. So it was fun to me. And then once I got older and shit, yeah, I ain't know no different. I was just thinking like this is what we do. This is what we do. This how life is.
Right.
So like once I got older and realized like okay, this ain't the way. I just tried to do a 180, and I started because I feel like my raps used to be like I don't want nobody to think I'm a gangster rapper. Like I want you to listen to Lucis, like I want you to go stream that, but I don't. When you listen to it, I want you to listen to it in the right manner. I don't want you to think like, oh, this is a drill song or this is a gangster rap song. Like it is a gangster rap song, but I'm not a gangster rapper. Like I just come from where I come from, and I don't claim nothing. Like I just come from where I come from, And I don't claim to be a gangster. I don't claim to be the hardest person in the world.
Real shadow talk.
I'm just me. Like, and I just come from where I come from. My habits, just my habits. So everything was normal to us, and so my music, I just make it like it's just my experiences, and most of the time it's the people around me experiences. Because I can't, I don't want to talk about myself too much because I feel like then everybody won't relate. So I try to talk about like everybody else.
Yeah.
I try to talk about everybody else and the people that I see and the shit that I went through with my friends and my family and shit like that. So I feel like that be my formula. I try to just that's what it is. It's all every song is personal.
But you know what you explained? You just explained the duty of every true artist. That's what
Right,
you're supposed to do. You're supposed to connect with the people. You're supposed to relate with the people, and you're supposed to be a relayer.
right,
You're supposed to, you know, I always like think about it like us rappers. We're like the news for everybody that's hit to that hot. You feel
facts.
me?
Everybody that's from where you from, like everybody that feel like they come from a similar situation you come from. I feel like I want you to listen to this shit, and when I want you to see how I elevate, and I want you to try to get away from that. Get away from the, like Talib Kweli said, abnormal normality, because that's what it is. I try to teach, but not preach.
Yeah,
I don't want to preach to you. Like I want you to vibe, but I don't want to preach to you. I don't want you to feel like, man, this nigga just like he just like, damn niggas, you my daddy. Like,
yeah. That's a good way of doing it too, because you're planting seeds. You know what I mean, as opposed to force feeding. You know what I
right,
mean? You're planting the right seeds for people, and then you're allowing them to be able to flourish, and then come back to it
right,
and rediscover more. You know what I mean? Or just understand it better. Because I remember when I was in high school, I really didn't understand a lot of what like Jay Z was talking about. Till I got older, I'm going back and listening to it. I'm like, oh snap, I get it now. It ain't all like as confusing as I once thought it was because I didn't understand those experiences. You know what I mean?
right, right.
So yeah, um, but yeah, man, that's a beautiful thing, bro. Like, you, it seems like right now you're in a real good space. You know what I mean?
I am, man. I just feel blessed because I just feel like everything I work. When hard work pay off, man, you just feel like one, you feel like you deserve it, but two, like I know that you can lose everything even when you work hard for it. I know that you can. I know that shit. I feel like everything happened for a reason, but I feel like some shit happens for no reason. So, and I know that from experience. So I feel like I done lost everything before. So I feel like shit. I'm here, and I'm making music. People listening to it, and I just feel blessed because of that. Like I feel like shit. I'm just grateful. I just feel grateful because I don't. I feel like well, I ain't think I would be here today. I ain't think I would be here this long. So I just feel like I'm grateful. I'm always in a good mood because I'm grateful. Cause I ain't got to be here, man.
Right.
Like I could not be here today. So everything that I feel like everything that's coming from this music, everything I'm getting back from this music, that's what
None of it for
I don't take none of it for granted. It's all a blessing because it's not owed to me. It's just I'm blessed with it. It's given to me. It's a gift, and gifts can be lost. Gifts can be taken. So I'm just grateful.
It's
I'm
a
in a good
responsibility,
headspace.
man. It's a responsibility because a lot of times when I get caught up in my head and I just start getting sidetracked, I remember like there's a reason you have these talents. There's a reason you have this voice. There's a reason you think the way you think. You know what I mean? Um, that's called purpose. So you gotta like lead in your purpose.
Facts.
And that's what we doing.
Facts. See, I feel like you say, you got to lead in your purpose. Like I feel like I know what my purpose in life is. Like I figured it out, and I'm blessed to have done that because like I know a lot of people who ain't they ain't figured that out. They ain't figure out their purpose, and like I know a lot of people who just like not they never got a chance to.
Bro, that's so crazy you say that because I realized that too recently. Like I never knew so many people never discovered their passion. Like late in life, or they just never really go after it because they're too scared or whatever it might
Right.
be. So to think that we discovered our passion so early, because I really feel like hip hop chose me. I didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
So
definitely feel that. I
for us
feel
to
yeah.
be here, it's like, all right, because it just feels like I'm just doing what I was gonna do anyways. It
Right.
doesn't feel like I'm forcing myself to
Right.
do this. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel, man. I feel like even if nobody listened to this shit, like even if I didn't, if even if I haven't done anything for you to want to put me on this podcast,
Yeah,
even if you didn't know me, I would still do this.
yeah.
Like even if I was just even if I was the last man on earth, I would make music. Cause I would like, I would make music. I still want to hear a new song.
Yeah.
Like, and so it's like, even if it was nothing that could be given back to me from this, I do this. I feel like I'm giving to music. I don't really care if music ever gives anything back to me, but I feel like I'm giving to music. I'm damn sure doing that because when I make a song, that bitch be hard, man.
That's what life is about. People have the wrong mentality, and I had that mentality too. We always grow up thinking like it's all about what I'm gonna get, what I'm gonna get, what I want to get in life, right? True mentality that God really tests you with is it's all about giving,
What can I give to the world? Like,
contribution.
that's why I feel like I figured out my purpose in life, and my passion is music, but I don't think that's my purpose. Like, I got kids, bro. Like, I feel like if I can raise, I got two sons, and I got a girl on the way. So I feel like if I can raise three good humans, like good-hearted people, I've made the world better. I made the world better, and I feel like that's my purpose. Like, if I want to make the world better, I got to do it through them. Like, if I do it through music, if I teach somebody something through my songs, that's a blessing. But I feel like it's better if I do it through my kids. Like, that's my purpose. But my passion is to like I want to teach people stuff too, like through my music. Like I want you to listen to every song and learn something. I don't want like even if it's just a bop. Like I want you to listen to it and learn something and take something from it. So I just feel like, man, you got to make the world. Your duty on this earth is to make this shit better for everybody else. So
Real shit.
that like so I feel like I got to do that through my kids. I feel like I got to do that through my kids, and I got to like out of all the shit that I've done, all the wrong that I've done, some shit you can't make right, but you can. I can't put more good energy out than I have bad, and I feel like that's my purpose on this earth. Make the world a better place one way or another. Whether it's through my kids, whether it's through my music, or whether it's through all that shit. Like whatever you do, leave a good mark with every person you meet. Leave a good impression. Leave a like. I did. This might be off subject, but I feel like it relate back to it. Like I got, so like so I had I was at work one day. I had a delivery. They just gave me the address. I was taking up some food. Old ass lady, old ass white lady, old ass white lady, like old as shit. but so like I knock on the door. She opened the door. Hey, how you doing? You know how you supposed to be, man. Like customer service type shit. She ain't say shit to me. Nothing. She I walk in the kitchen. I put her shit in there. I dip, you feel me? I'm like, damn, whatever. I'm thinking like shit. She old as fuck, white, probably racist. Like this, she probably can't help it. We in Alabama. It is what it is. Like, so
Just yesterday.
I go back to work and think nothing of it. The next day, this lady came up to my job with a note, like with a gift, with a what that shit called, like the letter.
Oh,
The goddamn, the shit you get your grandma give you on your birthday with the $10 in it. That shit. She delivered. Yeah, a card. She came up with a card. she was like, she was like, you made my day yesterday. She was like, you made my day yesterday. My mother had passed. It was her mother's repast that I was delivering to. I didn't know that. I didn't know her. I walk in the house. Hey, how you doing? I didn't know her mother had just died. I didn't know this was her mother's funeral. I was bringing the food to, because I was bringing it to the repast after when everybody come from the church. But so then I'm like, damn. She was like, my mother had just passed. You had the only genuine smile I saw that day, and I feel like that She put me some money in the car, but the shit that she wrote in that car and the shit that lady said to me that day, it was worth way more than the money. Like I left a good impression on that lady. Like that lady probably look at people different because of me. She probably did. She might have been fucking racist. But when I walked in that bitch, like she didn't say shit to me, and it probably was just cause like I asked her how she doing on the day of her mother's funeral. Like you don't do shit like that, you know. So I feel like I left a good impression on that lady. Like that lady, she came back and she told me it's like she had to let me know like, hey, you a good dude. You got to mute that shit, my boy. Crazy. You got to mute that shit, bro. But yeah, man. Like I left a good impression on that lady, and I feel like that's your purpose in life.
Right.
That lady don't know me. I don't know that lady. That lady don't know my name. I don't know her name to this day. I probably never see her again. If I do, I probably won't recognize her. If she see me, she probably won't even recognize me. But I left a good impression on that lady, and I feel like
That feeling is instilled.
man, she'll forever remember that, and that shit means something to her. Like she can take that with her.
See, that's beautiful how you say it because it's really about, society is what we make it, and that's why for me I always look at it like, man, when you meet good people, over deliver for them because it seems like it's not a lot of us left in this world.
It's not
So let's really look out for each other and make sure that we're good. You know what I mean?
facts.
It's energy, it's communication, it's really like building bonds with each other because I read that the worst thing you could do to a human is actually, it ain't even death, it's exile.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're meant to.
We meant to interact with each other, man. We meant to have human. It's a human connection
Right.
that we have as humans, and that shit is human connection. Nothing else has this. I truly believe like I don't I don't believe in aliens and space and shit, bro. I believe we are special, bro.
We're the only ones.
We are the only ones here, bro.
Right now.
Facts. Ain't none of that shit.
This how I know this is my brother right here. We on the same wavelength. I know that for a fact. Y'all getting duped with all this other stuff. We are what our ancestors have been telling us. We are the gods of this earth.
We are special. There's nothing else like us,
Ain't
bro.
no way we here to work a 9 to 5, fam.
Hell no.
We supposed to get to a type 3 planet to where it's all about being one with God, being one with the land, Mother Nature, getting to a point that, because I think all the technological advancements we have right now are actually dumb. I think a lot of it is backwards. Like, why would you want to implement AI and get rid of man?
Facts.
That makes no sense.
Capitalism. I'm telling you, bro. Like, hey, man. Like, we special, bro. Like, we special, bro. Like, we have a duty to each other. Like, I ain't gonna start that they want you to say shit and they want you to think shit, but these motherfuckers, like, they want you to minimalize yourself. They want you to think, oh, is space big as shit? It's plenty of fucking other motherfuckers out there.
You mean nothing.
Exactly, bro. They want you to think that, bro.
I was not.
They want you to think that.
This is divine.
This shit is divine, bro.
We're made in the image of the Most High. You know what I mean? Me personally, I'm gonna go ahead and drop some major shadow talk on our viewers. You know what I mean? Let's just get into it because this is, shadow talk is gonna go on for a long time, and this is the beginning. So get used to me because we about to really like unravel. So check this out. I believe in perfection. Yeah, I said it. I know perfection is real. You know why? It's what I just said. You made in the image of the Most High. How are you not perfect?
Facts.
I hate when you see all these churches and all these random people. No perfect people allowed. What? I'm perfect.
I was born this way. I was made this way.
Completely.
This is me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like our souls go through shit before we even get this shit, because this body shit, this shit is just a stage, and this shit is just a gift.
A vessel.
You know? So I feel like we our soul's gonna continue to go through shit, and our traumas and our pains and our good times and bad times, we gonna take that shit with us all through the realm of whatever this is. Right now we only know where we at, and you can only do what you can do. Do what you can do. If you don't know what to do what you can. And I just feel like be a good fucking person, man.
Real shadow talk. One person that left a major impression on the both of us that I was really looking forward to talking about on this podcast with my brother Lando. You know, one of our members from UBH that we love, my brother Akeem, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
My brother
Long live Akeem.
Long live Akeem.
Long live Donovan Akeem Day.
Yeah.
King Day. On King Day.
Talk about it, huh, man?
Real.
Okay, look, man, his contribution to UBH's contribution to his community, to the people around him, is exactly what my brother Lando just touched on. He left
Exactly.
an impression on everybody.
Everybody. That's exactly like. That's why I know. That's why I know. Like we all have a mission. We here for a reason, and we gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you know or not, like whether you know what you here for,
Mm-hmm.
you gon' do it in life,
Right.
whether you know it or not.
Right.
And then you get to go.
Right.
And what he did, he taught me, man taught me everything I know. Like he might tell you otherwise. He would be like, nah, bro, you taught me everything I know. You feel me? Like, but nah, bro, like exactly, like he taught me that. Like he taught me like you gon' his whole time here taught me something. Like you gonna do what you here to do. He left every impression he was supposed to leave on everybody he was supposed to, and then he transcended. And so I feel like it's up to us to take that. I didn't meet you for no reason, bro. Like I met you through him without him even being here, bro.
Right.
Like I got on stage. He put me on.
Wow.
He put me on in the city. That's how I look at it. Like because he set up the connections for me without me even fucking knowing, bro. And when I met you and you knew who I was and I knew who you were, bro. Like it was as if he was like, hey, this is him, meet him.
Wow.
Man, that shit was through him.
Man, I'm getting chills, bro. That's beautiful,
Facts.
bro. Wow.
And he did what he was supposed to do while he was here, and we got to do what we supposed to do while we here, and we gonna do it whether we know it or not. Because he might have known that he did it, he might not have known that he did it, but we gonna do it whether we know it or not. We gonna do whatever we gonna leave this earth with whatever we supposed to leave it with, whether we know it or not. We gonna plant seeds while we here. And that's what you're here for. You're here to plant seeds. And you're going to plant as many seeds, good, bad, whatever. You're going to plant them motherfuckers throughout. Like, you might not even be trying to. It's just how life go.
Yeah.
That's just how life go.
And the thing about it is, like, bro's impression that he left on everyone and on me and all the whole community, like, I feel like you said, it's our duty to carry that on because
Pay it forward.
Like it's something that I carry that is so divine and special because like I really shared it with bro in those one-on-one conversations. Like me and him would have long, deep like shadow talks. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like 3, 4, 5 hours. Like my brother was really like one of them ones. So I just really appreciated all my time with him and. You know,
we still got time with him, bro.
Big time, and
we still got time with him.
And that's what I was about to touch on because I like when I meet you and I feel the energy, and I'm sure when you meet me, you feel the energy. It's like we're an extension of him. You know
Facts.
what I mean? From different sides, and he's still right here. And I just
when we sat down, bro, and you started laughing. You said something, you started laughing, bro. You felt like him. Like you felt like him to me. Like it was weird. Wow. But he in us, bro. He is inside. He in us. Yeah, but he here, bro. He still.
I go through my rough patches, you know what I mean? I just look at bro's picture and it just makes me like persevere, man. I'm like,
right.
I can't stop, man. Like this shit not supposed to be easy. I gotta go. You know what I mean?
Got to.
Right.
We got to do what we here to do, man. And as long as you're doing it, as long as you're doing it, you're doing your job.
And yo, look, that's real shadow talk. I really appreciate my brother. We'll be right back with part 2. We're gonna have some fun, you know. I just wanted to get into my brother's story, but y'all stay tuned for more Shadow Talk. This is Shadow Urameshi. Get them spirit guns loaded.
Yeah. What's a peasant to a king? What's a peasant to a king? You had to get your whole team to get your championship ring, little Pat Bev. I done said your name around town, it doesn't ring a bell. With them low-fi songs, you need surround sound to sell. This the shadow talk, y'all gon' get it, cause time will tell. Ain't no way he won, you can't even quote a line. What's the bounty on his head? You can't even quote a fine. That boy on his cell, he cracked out sniffing lines. All your tracks is mid, the disses are blurry. You get support from your peeps and they all in their mid-30s. I'm a tunnel vision stallion. You a one-trick pony, you a prop that's never been in the streets. You really sound phony. Casper is a ghost, he's a nobody. I'ma rain on this parade till the weather gets oppy. Watch me dismember each member. I know I won, I don't take no for an answer, not even November. Why don't you tell them how old this track is? Tryna check off a Rick Ross type of beat on your bucket list. Quit stealing, gotta pop this weasel till he's squealing. This that hip hop I've been waiting for to catch that feeling.
Hey yo, welcome back, Shadow Talk Podcast. Spirit Guns Loaded, we here, man. Hey look, now we're gonna get into a fun segment. Excuse the audio. We're back. We just had a little technical issue. We got my brother Neil. Wait a minute on the engineering side, and we got those vocals boosted. So you know, that's the best we could do. Main thing is y'all heard Lando pitch perfect. So it's about him. It ain't about me. So y'all heard him mainly. As long as y'all heard what my questions were, we're good. But anyways, let's have some fun, man. So first off, I want to know, like, bro, what did you think about the BET Awards?
I ain't watch that shit. I didn't. I didn't watch that shit, bro. I just be like, I don't watch shit like that, bro. Yeah. That shit is fucking circus.
Dang. So did you not like some of the performances, or like did you see any clips online?
No,
You know?
bro. I ain't seen shit about it. I know it happened. I know that Quavo and Takeoff performed together. I like that. That's it.
That's about it. Okay, cool. Well, moving on. You know what I'm saying? Just like
Was it? It was Quavo.
yeah, that's correct.
That's it. Alright.
That's correct.
Rest in peace, Takeoff, man.
Straight up. But yeah, we can move on with that, just like our, song, ha. But yeah, man, I can't continue this interview without speaking about the obvious, man. So I see, based off your hat, you a Hunter x Hunter fan,
Facts.
anime fan.
I wouldn't say an anime fan, because if we sat here and had a conversation about that shit, I'd just bring up Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball Z, fucking the shit with the little boy. I don't even know if that shit was anime, but it was Case. I think it was called Case.
That's one of my that's my top 5 favorite anime. What you know about that? Let's go. You love the mystery shit. That's what I'm talking about.
That's my shit. Like, that's the type of shit I used to watch. But I fuck with Hunter x Hunter. I only seen whatever on Hulu. I ain't seen nothing past that. But I want to see it. And so tell me where to go stream that shit at in the comments.
Oh man, say less. I'll give you the link to that right now for free ski. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta pay nothing. For sure. But just seeing everything going on in today's climate, me and you off camera we're talking about like the qualities that a lot of these, whack rappers are having right now, and you know what I'm saying? So kind of just like I want you to speak on your viewpoints on all that.
Niggas can't rap. Like, I feel like people forget that you gotta be able to rap. They just think like you could just go in the booth and just do shit and say shit, and you can just like put on a chain, stand in front of a mic. You think you can just like make TikTok dances and shit. And it's like, it's cool, and like I'm not dissing none of that shit. So do your thing, whatever help you, do whatever the fuck you trying to do. But when it comes to this art that I do and that you do, like, it get deeper than it's deeper than it's deeper than the surface, or whatever that phrase is. So I feel like, niggas can't rap. I feel like step the pen game up. Like, I feel like some of you niggas need to write. Like, stop going in the booth and just freestyling and shit, bro. Like you gonna say the same shit over and over again, I promise. And when I listen to your songs, you gonna be saying the same shit over and over again. So write some shit down, bro. Just get a pencil. Get a fucking composition book. You download a notepad on your phone. Whatever you go, but write some shit down.
Why don't y'all like writing? What is that?
I don't get that.
They so prideful about, I just go in the booth and first thing I think of,
I can't do that. Like the first thing, I feel like you you wouldn't even want to hear the first thing I think of. Like that shit just wouldn't even be cool, bro. Like so I feel like, and that's what it is. Like this shit don't even be cool. Like the shit I be listening to, like it don't even be cool, bro. You mother, like just write some shit down. Just write some shit down. Make it rhyme. Think about what you writing down. It don't. You ain't got to do it quick. Take your time. That's how. Like just take your time. It's art. Painters don't. Every painter don't just go in there.
Talk about it.
Man, every painter don't just go in there and just splash some shit on that motherfucker. Some of this shit take years to complete, and it's beautiful, bro. So some shit just take your time on, man. Stop putting some of you niggas stop putting that shit out so fast. Slow down.
Slow your horses.
It sound like the last shit you put out.
Ooh.
Slow down.
Because as artists, we're supposed to evolve. Why would you want to keep making the same thing over and over?
Facts. Like, man, and this might be coming from me because like this might be coming from me because I take forever to put shit out. So that could be, I ain't perfect as a rapper either, We all human. So I got my flaws too. But this ain't about me. He asked me to point out you niggas' flaws. So, we it's art, man. Take your time with it. It's art. It ain't gotta be it ain't gotta be fast food. A lot of these rappers like this shit is fast food. A lot of these songs, this shit is fast food. Like it's gonna be here today. It's gonna be on TikTok for a while and then it's gonna be out of there.
Gone.
And that's it.
Yeah, and speaking of these whack rappers, you know what I mean, there's a few people particularly in the city that are coming out and you know what I mean, because you know what I mean, Shadow made a claim of being the greatest on the throne, and I just feel like if you really that rapper, why would you be scared to make that claim for yourself? Why are you mad at me for making that claim? And you know why I make that claim? Cause just like the Mamba mentality Kobe had, my confidence comes from what I do in that gym. You understand? What I do in that booth, what I do in that studio, what I do on that stage. That's where my confidence comes from. It speaks for itself. I don't see you outside, Casper. Hey, Casper, I don't see you outside, bro. I've never seen you perform at a show in my life. I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who you are, bruh. It ain't personal, you know what I'm saying? So just know, man, like, I heard your new shit. You can flow. But I dare any of your fans to quote one bar. Quote me one bar. Just quote me one bar that stood out to you. I didn't even know it was a diss track. I was like, what is this, bruh? I'm like, what is this? Where are you talking to me? Or is this like a throwaway track you had that you just titled for me just because? You know what I mean? You supposed to be on vacation, right? What kind of person's on vacation and got a whole nother man on his mind? Go look at the women, bro. Enjoy the views. I'm living rent-free on your mind right now. Bruh, his homie had the nerve to tell me, go harder, G. I'm like, hey, my G, look at his Facebook. He needs to go harder. Every one of them posts is about me. You a grown-ass man.
I be on social media a little bit to post my shit and to repost other people's shit that I fuck with. But I'm I'm lost as hell, bro. Who the fuck is Casper? What the fuck is going on?
Hey, look, on Shadow Talk Podcast, for you busters, you are not getting no clout on my podcast. I will not mention your name. You are a ghost. You are Casper. You know what I'm saying? He's Casper, bro. Like, no, you're not gonna. Okay, I respect the fact that you took it upon yourself to take 5 entire days to make a response and diss me. You know what I mean? It took you 5 whole days. You know how long it took me to respond to him?
I bet you responded the same day then.
Same day, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And I had more quotables in both of your tracks combined. Shadow banished you to the shadow realm. Now you under me since all you do is underwhelm. This is what I do, man. Easy. And I had a quadruple that I bet you didn't catch. Them cute little songs you make just to get Shang's song, okay, Ultra Instinct. I'm going to let you figure that out. That's a quadruple. You not on this level, buddy.
Keep doing your little flows. They're cute.
Hey man, I feel like as a rapper, if you gonna rap, bro, you gotta feel like you the best rapper. Like I feel like
How you gonna get mad at me for my claim?
yeah, like you can't get mad, but I feel like I'm the best rapper. I saw your top.
Thank you.
Hey, I saw your top 20 list. I remember this shit, bro. I was number 11.
Yeah. I didn't put it in no order though.
I read that, but at first I ain't read that shit, bro, and I was like, this nigga put me at 11. I was like, I know I'm top 3. But that's how you supposed to feel as a rapper, man. That's how you supposed to feel, especially if you take your time with the shit.
No, man, Lando is most definitely a lyricist. I specifically just put that freely and who was just coming to my mind as I was thinking. You know what I mean? I like that lyricist. My G, when you put, that's the key. When you put it in order, that's what makes it even more like controversial. Cause now they really gonna get mad. Hey, how you gonna put him at here? How you going? I'm like, I don't want none of that, bro. I'm doing this to spotlight the people that I don't feel like get enough credit in the city.
Working, man. The people that you see working behind the scenes all the time, and you see these motherfuckers working. Like, it's a lot of them in the city. HD, Paper Trail, like all of them. Like, you see these motherfuckers working, bro, and it's like you know they gonna get that. You know they time coming. You see it, and so it's like you give them, like they say, give a motherfucker they flowers while they here.
I think Casper was mad because his name wasn't on my list. But the thing about it is, Casper, like I ain't even know about you, bro. Honestly, I didn't know about you till, bro called me and said, "Hey, yo, go listen to his joint. He just dropped something about you." You know what I mean? And just to make matters, just to make matters worse.
That shit funny as hell, though. My bad.
Hey, yo, just to make matters worse, like he put the song art cover for his song of a picture, that famous picture of Muhammad Ali when he's doing that punch over buddy and he just beat him. I'm like, are you dumb? My name is Ali. Why would you put something that represents my name beating your ass? Like, you lost right away. Like, you can't get no dumber than that, bruh.
You got a point there.
And you supposed to be an intelligent rapper, bruh. And then it gets even worse. On the track, look, I'm not taking nothing away from Guy. Like, Casper got bars, and he's a dope lyricist. And I told him that, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, unlike you trying to like undermine me. That's one of the worst mistakes you can make in hip hop. You're supposed to respect your opponent. You're not respecting me. I respected you. I checked your stuff out, and I was like, oh, he could rap. That's why I came tooled up 30 minutes later. Annihilated you. I'm like, Taguru, that was 1%, by the way.
I gotta go listen to both of y'all songs, bro. I ain't heard none of this shit. I ain't even seen this shit going on, bro. Like, I'm gonna go listen to both of y'all songs. I'm gonna go listen to your shit. Yeah. Bro.
He had the nerve to say on there, put a bounty on the king. Listen to what you just said, bro. You called me the king. You tried to diss me, but you called me the king in your little bar. Think about it. Put a bounty on the king. So I'm the king? Thank you, because on my track, you're a peasant. I called you a peasant. Matter of fact, I called you a pheasant in the zephyr. I'm going to let you figure out what that means. You intelligent, right? You like them intelligent bars? Oh, I came with that shadow talk, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of your friends gassed you up. Look, Shadow Talk Podcast, man. If y'all come across me on that lyrical Sparta, just know, man, I got a whole platform to air you out, too. You know what I mean? You should go create your own platform. Sadly, nobody's going to watch it, Casper.
I ain't making no diss songs like that. Ain't like, hey.
I never got into hip hop to do diss songs. I don't like sitting there and trying to think about another grown man and put it to a melody and make a hook about it. Like, that shit is weird to me, bruh. Like, he made a whole another diss track, put a hook to it, put all his emotion into it, and you couldn't even tell he's dissing me. It was the most underwhelming. Like, I was like, dude, like, you are so beneath me now. You deserve no response. Then he had the nerve to say, shouts to Dre Day. I seen you, Dre Day, instigating. Shouts to bro. He tagged, Dre Day tagged Ron G and said, hey, we should see a battle. This dude ducked the battle right away because he seen I've been torturing people in these battle raps. He ducked that right away and was like, oh, snap. No, let's do a versus, song for song. I'm like, bro, do you know how many hits I have? He had the nerve to say, oh, man, his catalog ain't deep enough. What? Man, I'm telling you, you messing up on one of the cardinal rules of hip-hop, bro.
Set the battle up. That shit'd be cool as hell, bro. Like, it really ain't no winners. I mean, it's winners and losers in battles. I ain't gonna lie. It's winners.
You're losing, my G. I'm gonna clarify that right now. You're losing.
Set the battle up, man. Ain't nothing wrong with, like, Nah, I say I wouldn't make a diss track. Like I'm just not finna diss no nigga on no song. It's just not me.
I don't do that. But if you come at me, I'ma react.
Facts. I feel that. I'm not gonna react on a track. I'm gonna react though. But but you know, ain't nothing wrong with battle rapping. Like set that shit up. That shit'll be cool as fuck. Like whether you win or lose, you gonna have fun. People gonna see you. People gonna fuck with you. You might have people that feel like, hey, nah, that nigga won. You know, however it go. Like this.
I hate when they put judges to it. Like, let the people decide.
Right. It's hip hop, bro. It's hip hop, bro. Like it ain't nothing personal. What his name is?
Casper.
Ain't nothing personal, Casper. Like it's hip hop, bro. This man love hip hop. You say you love hip hop. Battle that shit out.
Yeah, I'm with it, bro. I'm with all. Like when he tagged me and that, I immediately was just like, whatever y'all want to do, I'm with it. Like I'm here in hip hop to get my stripes. I'm not here just to be another rapper. Like I'm gonna do what it takes to be one of the greats ever. You know what I mean? So if it means I gotta bulldoze through all of y'all, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm not dodging no smoke from nobody, and I don't care about your little 4 or 5 friends, all you know, mid-30s, late 40s, like gassing you up. Oh man, he got bars. Oh man, you killing him, man. Oh, all right, bro. Good for you, man. Like I could barely hear your quality on the first one, man. Like you say you got all this money and you got all these resources, bro. Go get you an engineer. You know what I mean? Go get you an actual studio. Like I couldn't even make out your bars. My bro Neil. Wait a minute was just like, bro, the music is drowning out the lyrics. I can't even tell what he's saying. I'm like, me too, man. I couldn't even quote you. All I heard was put a bounty on the king. I'm like, hey, thank you for calling me a king. Because on my track, I said, you a peasant. So, you know.
This is why I love hip hop, man. Y'all should battle. I feel like I don't know, man. That shit fun.
I'ma honor it. I'ma do it.
That shit fun, bro. Like,
Bro.
if you love rap, whoever you is, like if you love rap, if you love hip hop, you should explore all elements of it. Like,
Shadow talk.
I feel like if you the type of nigga, like I'm not the type of nigga to make diss songs, but I also feel like I'm not the type of nigga to battle rap either. So I feel like if you the type of nigga that make diss songs, try battle rap. Like that shit probably even finer, bro. And you right there with a motherfucker, like you right here.
Yeah, it's just because this dude has to, buy plays for his SoundCloud, which is really sad. And yeah, you could do that for sure. And he thought I didn't see past that play. He was like, "Well, all your songs, do any of them have 2,000, 3,000 plays?" I'm like, "Hey, look, man, I'm not dumb. If you look at all your plays, they're all just about exactly the same. You know what that means, right? Bots. Your big homies is bots. That's your big homies. That's the only resource you got. You clicked the button and got fake plays. That ain't nothing to brag about, buddy. And then all your tracks is 5 years old. Like, come on, man. I dropped TLOL 3 months ago, and everything is peaking at 200 plus. I'll take my organic plays. I got real fans. You know what I'm saying? You got bots. That's why you not outside. You can't put together a show. I put together a show. I got 40, 50 people in there. You know what I'm saying? Let Lando tell it.
Facts.
We on Rap Function 11. Like, I don't know who you... and
I'm on that lineup, too.
Rap Function All-Star.
I just spoke it into existence. Even if he wasn't going to put me on it, he kind of got to now because I said it and I promoted it. So we here.
Man, we got Lando always, man. That's a Rap Function All-Star veteran, man. Been on it so many times, so many memories. How many times you been on it so far?
I don't even know no more, bro. Like, I did my first... I just know my first one was in December. Then I think I did the next one. And then...
It feels like at least 5.
At least 5. At least 5 or 6. At least 5 or 6.
Yeah, because, like, the second I heard your music and I seen what you did, I was like, dog, this is what Rap Function is about. This is what we represent. We represent, like, originality at its highest.
Shout out to HD, too, because he really... Like, he brought me to that shit, and I wouldn't have met you if it weren't for HD.
True, because you did the joint with him, right?
Yeah, he did a feature on my song, and he was like, he did the feature, and then I ain't speak to him for a while, and then he just come out of nowhere like, hey bro, I'm finna perform this song. It's your song, so you gotta come. I'm like, I bet. That was actually my first time performing, bro. Like I never had performed anything before that. So shout out to HD for bringing me on that stage, and shout out to you for keeping me on that motherfucker.
Man, love is love, bro. Shouts to bro HD, man. That's what it's about, man. It's about bridging the gap, bringing everybody together, and being true unifiers, not being haters that want to go at people in your own city. You understand what I'm saying? If I say I'm the greatest, you should look into my catalog and see why is he saying that. And then if it lives up to that, or even if it lives up to a fraction of it, that shows that, yo, this man is confident. He represents the city. Let's push him. You know what I mean? Because that's the wrong move. I mean, it's good for the sport, for this, like bro said, for the element and just getting better. You know what I mean? And sharpening your blade. But you know, once again, man, you gotta respect your opponent. You can't just act like I don't have hits. You want to do a versus with me, dude? I got hits, man. We could do.
I feel like if you making your best music, if you making the best possible music you can, then we all the goats. Like we all the best because you making the best shit that you can possibly make. And if that shit jam, that shit jam. And so you might be the goat, but if I'm making some shit, motherfucker, I feel like I'm the goat. I listen to other motherfuckers. I might listen to your shit. I might listen to his shit. I might listen to his shit. But when I listen to it, I just always feel like I'm better than this. And there ain't no shade towards nobody. That's how you supposed to fucking feel. Like that's how you supposed to fucking feel, bro.
Soft ass era we in.
It's hip hop, bro. Like that's how you supposed to feel. You supposed to feel like you the best. I feel like I'm the best, and that don't mean that me and him got to start beefing and shit. Nah, like
It just means go hard in the studio. You know.
it just mean make your best shit. Make your best shit and put it out there. It really don't. I feel like at this point with how music is consumed anyway, it really is no GOAT. Because in different fields, you might have this motherfucker might have the number one song in the country, but this motherfucker might have the number one song on TikTok, but this motherfucker might have the number one song on YouTube, and it's like
Real shadow talk.
we all can be the GOAT. Like at this point in society, so it's like, bro, just make your best music.
We not on a mountaintop. We on a plateau. That's what he's saying. It's enough room. It's enough room for all of us.
And put that shit out. Like you said, bro, our bro song was 5 years old. If you go to my SoundCloud, you look at that shit, you be like, damn, all this nigga songs 5 years old. Like all my shit 5 years old on SoundCloud too, bro. But I've been making new shit. I've been making my best shit. I've been making shit better than that shit. And I kind of just leave that shit where it's at because I feel like that was a chapter in my life. Like I probably never upload anything else to SoundCloud. But that's just because I feel like that's a book I wrote. And that's,
I love that.
yeah, so I feel like that's that. Like that's the end of that era. Now I'm on all streaming platforms. I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, all that capitalist shit. Um, go stream my shit. Go stream Lucis. Go stream BOK featuring HD, Young HD. Go stream that shit. Music videos coming soon for both of them. And we got some more shit to make. Go stream Moving On,
On SoundCloud right now, Unicorn Bounty Hunters.
To Live One's Life. Go Google that. Google that. Listen to it.
Featuring Akeem, I Saw I Conquered.
Listen to it. And I promise you're gonna learn something.
Yeah, that's the thing with my music. You always gonna learn something, you know. And with TLOL, I really focused on bringing in people in the city that I really want to work with. I worked with Unknown, Jay Haynes, Tim OG. Like everybody on this project I worked with, this was for the first time. Hydro Jetson, YSC Young J, Lando Armstrong. Like this was a jam-packed album.
Shout out to Unknown too. Every time I see him on stage, I don't know bro like that, but every time I see him on stage, that nigga hard, man. Nigga just hard.
Stage ripper.
Like Ripper, Paper Trails, like energy just out of this world.
Hey, me and Paper Trail, we got a new joint coming out too, by the way. Ha!
Shout out to Paper Trails. Shout out to Young HD. He every time, bro, this motherfucker get on stage, it's like a movie every time, bro. Like you get on stage, bro. I was in this. You ever seen what that movie where that nigga bit that banana, bro? What nigga, what you know what I'm talking about? Paid in Full, I think. I don't know the movie. That's how I be. I was like, damn, this motherfucker really just outperformed me. Like you just outperformed everybody, bro. Like your energy on the stage, bro. Like you said, you do that shit like it's a million people in front of you, bro, and that shit is amazing to me. I try to learn from that shit. I try to pick up on that shit. Like I learn from everybody, bro. Like I learned a lot from watching Young HD. I learned a lot from watching you. I learned a lot from watching Paper Trail. I learned a lot from watching how y'all move, and it taught me a lot about how to perform. Cause looking at y'all performances, I'm like, bro, I gotta step my game up, like for real.
That's amazing, man. I thank you, bro. I truly appreciate that. Like, I put a lot into studying the craft and looking at a lot of the grades and just seeing. Like, one person I have in common with you is we talked about Mos Def and AKA Yassine Bey. And the thing about Yassine is when I watched a lot of his performances, he's so artistic. He's so theatrical. He's a one man show. And like one of his recent shows, he's coming out as he's starting throwing out rose petals. He just does so like it's just so different. So it's particular artists like that that I really study, even at the magnitude of artists like a Travis or a Tyler, where I just see like they kind of got like this, like you said, the energy where it's just like so. It's just they really ramped up.
Feeling, bro. Like it's a feeling that the music gives you, and like on stage, it's a different element of that. Like it's not gonna be the same as when they listen to this shit in their car. Like you really gotta entertain these motherfuckers right here. So it's like you gotta bring a different. It come from the same place, but you gotta bring a different energy to that stage. And it's like to be able to do that. I learn a lot from just the people around me. I learn a lot from how motherfuckers go on stage and just capture the crowd. And I feel like I've been. That's why I've said the last rap function, bro. I feel like that was my best performance.
You killed that, bro. You was in your bag. Like you was really rapping, bro. Like you was really like in that pocket.
I feel like, bro, that shit, that last rap function made me fall in love with performing, bro. Like that's why I'm like, bro, I'm on the next one. I was so excited for it because I knew it was coming because I felt like I had learned everything from watching everybody. Like I felt like I belonged there for the first time. I didn't feel like I was just there like as from a favor.
And that's why I put you in the prime spot because I was like, bro's ready now. He's ready for that prime spot. You know what I mean? I put you right in that prime spot between Haynes, HD, and you. You know what I mean? So it was like you right there with the vets now. You know what I'm saying? Hold your own. And you more than did that.
I appreciate that, man. I learned that shit from y'all, bro. I learned that shit from watching y'all. I learned that shit from going last and seeing like this many people in. And I learned that shit from going first, from going from different. You put me at every different part, and I learned like, okay, it's not even about how many people in here. Like you said, it's not about how many people in here. It's about can you capture these motherfuckers in this bitch? It's like you throw a net over the crowd, and can you pull out? Can you reel everybody in? And I feel like I learned how to do that.
That's very well said. I absolutely love that, bro, because the thing about it is, you know, what bro just said is what it's all about. A lot of y'all are too prideful and it's unnecessary. Like, if you in hip hop, you're supposed to go through the ranks. You're supposed to, you know what I'm saying, like bro said, learn from opening the show, learn from closing the show. Like, we've had certain run-ins and past rap functions where artists were mad that they had to go last, and the whole entire way they're so unprofessional, and they just keep nagging about, yo, can I go earlier? Can I go earlier? I'm like, yo, you cannot go earlier. These people have been putting in work. You understand? They earned their spot. This is your first time on here, or this is your first time in the scene. What makes you think you could just take the prime slots? You know what I mean? You gotta go earn it. You gotta show and prove. You know what I mean? And you should want to do that. You should take pride in that because it's gonna make you better. Because then you're gonna get to the point where my brother just flourished, just blossomed. You feel me?
It made me better. It made me way better, bro. Like it made me better just going through the motions, going through this many people from this many people to being in front of this person. Cause sometimes it's be the motherfuckers in there, and you be like, okay, I gotta put on the show, bro. Like I can't. You don't want to look bad, bro. So just take your time. You gonna learn as you go. It's not as easy as just getting on stage. Like I'm always nervous until I get on stage. Like I'm and I don't I'm not I ain't nervous the whole show. I get nervous like when when I hear my name called and I'm walking to that stage. I'm nervous as hell, bro. But as soon as I get on stage, all right, I belong right here, bro.
That's exactly how you're supposed to feel. I heard Jadakiss say this one time. He was just like, that feeling will never go away. And the day that feeling goes away where you're nervous to get on stage, you probably don't love it no more. Because that's where it's coming from. It's coming from love. You don't want to let yourself down. You don't want to let your possible fans to be down. You really want to like earn their respect. And you know what I mean? Like, I hate how a lot of these artists act like you shouldn't care or nah, care, but at the same time, don't let it bother you. Learn from it. You feel me?
Facts. Learn from it. Like this, you got to learn from it. You gonna learn as you go, regardless. Especially if you just pay attention. Like you got to pay attention to everything that's around you. And me, I always make sure to stay for people performances. Like I hate when I hate when I walk out on a performance. I hate when I feel like I gotta walk out. I hate when I gotta use the bathroom, bro. Like it's certain people like you gotta watch these people perform and you gotta realize why they at why they going when they going and why you not going right there, bro. Like, cause you can't do what this person can do.
A lot of people can't do what my brother Jay Haynes can do, what Young HD can do. And the thing about, individuals like that is they stick, like he said, they stick around. These guys have been in the game longer than a lot of y'all and have way more resources and open way more doors, and they still stay all the way to the end of the show and watch everybody's act. It don't matter if the whole audience, half of it left, they stick around and they watch. That's respect. That's what you're supposed to do. It's about respecting your fellow artists. Your fellow artist just watched your set. Why wouldn't you stick around and watch his set or her set? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the least you could do. That's respect. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Man, I miss I miss Paper Trail set the other day. I felt so bad, bro, cause he always stay for my set, and that nigga be turning me up like that. When I always try to find him in the crowd, cause I know he finna give me all the energy. He that nigga finna give me all the energy, and I'm just
Paper Trail, one of the most supportive people ever, for sure.
ever, bro. You too, bro. Like I always try to find you in that crowd, and cause I know you rocking with me. I'm like, I bet you gonna give me that energy.
Cause I rock with you on a deeper level. Aside from some of the street talk, whatever it may be, I can read past so much of that, and I'm reading between the lines, and it's way deeper than what people think. Like, bro, really shadow talking on his joints. Like, bro, really shadow talk. If you really pay attention, it's a lot deeper. It's wisdom, it's spirituality, it's storytelling. You know what I mean? It's relatability, it's emotions being expressed. It's a whole lot going on.
And I set it up like that on purpose because like those the people I want to talk to. Like these the certain is I want to talk to these people. Like I want to talk to the streets. Like I want to talk to these people because that's where I'm from and that's where like. But I just want them to know like it's bigger than like you can do this without being a gangster rapper, bro. Like I'm not a gangster rapper, bro. I'm just a rapper, bro.
I love every time he says that because I'm the same. That's why I always claim, like, if they're going to categorize us anyways, at least let me choose the category. So the category I chose for myself is in the lineage of all my favorite rappers. I'm a backpack rapper. Straight up. I'm a backpack. And y'all can make y'all's little jokes and all that. I don't care. I take pride in knowing I come from the lineage of Q-Tip, of Kanye West, you know what I'm saying, of Lupe, of Cudi. Like, I take pride in that. Of Pharrell, that's amazing to me. These dudes have lived on far past so many other people. They're still relevant to this day.
Facts. Like man, it's like you just gotta like you just gotta make the best music you can make, bro. Like it's you gonna leave the impact you gonna leave on the people you gonna leave, and that's what matters. Like you gonna leave the impact. At least try to through the music. Like that's what I try to do. It's certain people I want to talk to. I want my song to sound. I already know they're gonna categorize me as a gangster rapper. Like I already know it's coming, bro. I already know they're gonna put me in that box. But it's like I'm letting you motherfuckers know now. Like I make music for the gangsters. I'm not making.
You know who you remind me of? Like, and I'm not really fond on comparisons because I get all kinds of comparisons. I done been compared to. On one day I'm told I sound like Cole. One day I sound like Pusha T. One day I sound like Kendrick. One day I sound like Ye. Like every day I get a comparison. So I'm like, whatever, man. I feel like I sound like me. I feel like I'm just truly original. But I think you're original. But I feel like you give me a vibe of like a J Rock. You like Mobile's J Rock. You know what I'm saying?
I take that because I fuck with J Rock.
Yeah, I get that vibe, like Eastside Johnny, like all that. I get that vibe from you to where it's like he really talking that talk, but he's storytelling and it's so much deeper than what people think.
Coming from a certain place, like I'm talking that talk, like, but it's coming from a certain place and it's coming from a certain perspective of a person. Like you can hear my music and you wouldn't think like you hear my music and you would think one way about me, but that's why I try to make so many different type of songs, like so many different type of from so many different perspectives. So you'll never really like have it. It's not about me. It's about you, bro. Like I want you to listen to it and feel. I want you to feel good when you listen to it. I want you to relate to it. I'm just rapping my life, bro. Like it really don't. I just want you to listen to it. I want you to feel it. I want you to relate to it. So it's like that. I'm just rapping my life, bro. Like that's the formula. Like that's the formula. You gotta speak the truth, bro. I don't want to mislead nobody. I don't want to like glorify anything. I want to remain completely neutral, and I just want you to feel me when you feel me. Like I just want you to, when you hear me say certain shit in my songs, and you feel that way, I want you to feel. I want you to feel it like, okay, this motherfucker going through the same shit, or just to know like that it's other people going through the same shit that you going through. I just want you to relate to it. I want you to feel like, oh, when I say something about somebody, I want you to feel like, oh, I know somebody just like this. Or be like, oh, he must be talking about this motherfucker. Like, I want you to feel that way when you listen to my music.
Wow, man. Hey, look, man, and we feel great about, our brother Lando, man, and just so happy to have you on the Shadow Talk podcast. And look, and this ain't gonna be the first time either. This ain't gonna be the last time. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, this the first of many, bro. Like,
first of many. Look,
coming back.
on,
We'll be back.
on Shadow Talk podcast, we're gonna have a lot of regulars. We're gonna have people in the city that we really rock with because because a lot of people that aren't really hip to what I be talking about will push me off as an outcast. You feel me? But if you understand what I'm talking about and what I'm really hipping y'all to, I'm the people's champ, man. I'm really here in the trenches with y'all. I'm a true leader. I'm not superior to nobody. I'm right there in the middle of the battle with you. I'm right there in the dirt with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting injuries too. You feel me? I'm right there.
We gotta do this shit together. We can't fight amongst each other, man. We gotta do this shit together. There's no way ain't no way we gonna come up without each other, bro. And like, if you be the odd one out, if you just the one not supporting, then motherfuckers gonna grow past you, bro. And you gonna be you just gonna be where you at, and you gonna be watching these motherfuckers just go.
You're gonna be watching them go. And hey, on that note, appreciate my brother Lando Armstrong coming on. This was amazing. Y'all enjoy the Shadow Talk podcast. We here, Shadow Urameshi. Y'all check us out. We got way more coming. Shadow Talk exclusively for my Shadow fans, man. Welcome to the Shadow Realm. Shadow Urameshi here. Y'all get them spirit guns loaded. We'll be back for more. Toof!